Hi, my name is Tessmann, and today I'm excited to talk to you about the new product being sold by 110% Racing. It's the QTEQ Diff ring sander. I'm going to show you how to use it. Let's get started. So let's see what you get in the package. First off is the super thick plexiglass base that you use to sand the rings on. It's super flat and it comes with a thumb nut on here that is super easy to use, and it clamps down the sanding pad. Next is the pack of sanding discs that you have. There's 3 different grits in here. 2 of each pad, and it comes with a carrying case. That's super nice. And then we have the drive pen, the hub that holds the diff ring itself, and then the O-ring that guides you around while you're sanding it. So I'm going to push the new one aside and show you on the one I've had for many years. Me and my dad have used it for a very long time, so I'm going to show you on that one. So first thing I want to talk about is the sandpaper that we use. We do use the pads that come with the kit, but I also make 600 grit and 2000 grit. I go to the hardware store and I'll trace out of this the pads that come with it and make myself a bunch of different discs. We'll start with 600 grit, do a little bit on the rings, not a lot, and then we'll go to 2000, and then we'll go down to the rings and then the pads that come with the kit to really get a nice fine finish on them. So next we have the hub that holds the diff ring itself. As you can see, there's a bunch of holes in here for different patterns and different sized diff rings. And when you open the kit, you'll see a bunch of screws. It doesn't just come with just enough. It gives you extras. And then when you first use it, you need to put the screws in the correct hole to center your diff ring as best as possible. I have mine set in there, so it's pretty close to center. It's not bang on, but it holds the diff ring. So once you have that set and you continue to use the same rings, you really don't have to mess with that again. So then once you have that set up, you'll put the hub on the sandpaper itself. I'm starting with 600 right now, so I'll put the hub on and then hold the hub down while I put the O-ring on so that it doesn't pull up on it, so it stays nice and flat. And then I'll use the drive pen here to guide the hub around, using the O-ring to kind of guide me around in a circle. So I'll go around both ways a few times. I'm not going to do the whole process on this O-ring or this diff ring, but I'm going to give you the gist of it. So go around a few times, and then I'll flip the ring over. Make sure you flip it over. And then do the same process again. Make sure you put the hub on and let the O-ring, or make sure the diff ring is flat. And go around again a few times, both directions again, before I'll switch to the next grit, which for me is 2000. Use that thumb tool again, super easy and quick. Put it down. And then we'll go put the diff ring again back on the little hub. Make sure you slide it in there, hold the hub down, and repeat the process with the lighter or the finer grit. A few times back and forth. Flip the diff ring around. Okay, so then we'll go to now, I'll use the red one that comes with the kit itself. As you can see, it's been used a lot. Then we'll go and repeat the process again. Okay, flip the diff ring around. The O-ring really makes it pretty easy to stay in a circular motion. Obviously you can see where you're going, but the little tug of the O-ring really makes it quite easy. Okay, so then we'll go to the next grit. Get set in there. Ooh. See, that's what you want to make sure you don't get the diff ring sitting crooked on there. Make sure it's centered in the screws. Go around a bunch of times. Flip the diff ring around. Okay. And then for the finest pad, just to kind of give it a nice polish. Actually, that's backwards. There we go. Thumb screw on there. Disc in here properly. You kind of run it around. And depending on how you store this tool, you want to make sure that this base that the pads sit on is perfectly clean, because if there's dust or anything on there, it's maybe not going to give you a nice finish on your differing, because the pads are very thin, so you want to make sure that that's perfectly clean, whether you wipe it down with motor spray, glass cleaner, whatever, microfiber towel. Just make sure it's clean to give yourself a nice work area. So there. So you have a nice polished diff ring. It's going to make your diff last a lot longer, and you'll get more life out of your rings. You won't have to constantly replace your rings, because when you rebuild your diff, it'll always have a groove in there from where the balls are, and then it'll make it basically refinish it so you can reuse that ring. It also makes the diff very smooth, especially if you run your diff really tight. It makes your diff really nice and smooth and true, and will last longer. So if you're a serious racer, you obviously know how important an ultra smooth diff is. It's going to give you more grip, it's going to be more consistent, and just overall better feel on the track. So if you want to take your diff to the next level, you'll need to get one of these tools. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.